First, I gotta just say congratulations, not only on the release of the film, but just like the last 18 months have been absolutely insane for you guys. So congratulations. Like the album's incredible.
Thank you.
The live shows have been incredible. So yeah, thank you very much. Sorry. I mean, JD Vance was originally supposed to be here tonight to moderate the panel. There was a scheduling conflict, so you got me instead. So hopefully it all works out. Jackson, I want to start with you because, I mean, how did you first approach this project, like expanding the sort of visual language of the live shows and sort of like declining to do just a straight ahead like concert film?
Yeah, so I think Colin reached out to me first, and this was pretty deep. Obviously, you guys had toured a bunch with the album and stuff, and they already like made this whole world of like Soulnet and all the kind of conspiracy sort of things. So I had like a lot to work with, and I already loved the album, so it was like a pretty easy fit.
Yeah. And how collaborative was the experience? Were you guys going back and forth the entire time? Were you just showing them cuts? Were you guys collaborating on just sort of those interstitials as you went?
It was super collaborative. I feel like we kind of talked through the whole thing, start to finish, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun to just kind of like say crazy ideas, and then they would like, he would like respond to it.
Yeah. I mean, and just sort of like the Soulnet of it all, right? Like, I guess having this as like an additional medium, like offered you that opportunity to keep building the world, yeah?
Yeah, it's the medium that encompasses all the other.
That is, the mise en scene is what they call that. I love the idea of just sort of like being able to play with the boundaries of like the live studio audiences during those shows, as well as sort of taking that footage and putting it into the film. What was, outside of having to look at like Peter Thiel's face in the editing bay, what was some of the more challenging parts of sort of adapting that to this?
I mean, there was like 8 different cameras each night, including like GoPros and stuff. So honestly, props to our editor, Will, for syncing all of the 3 nights of, 8 cameras. And then also just like making like all of that make some sort of sense.
Sure.
Yeah, so props to the editor on that one for sure.
And how long into the process of you guys being on tour behind the new album did this kind of idea start germinating and you guys thinking that, oh wait, we can do more with what we've already created?
We had a kind of more non-specific idea of tying up and ending the whole album cycle.
Sure.
And it was like, oh, we'll do like a concert film. I think that was the idea. We originally, we wanted to find an abandoned mall and film it in there. But then the Telegram offered us those shows and we were like, oh, we could make like a live. It just kind of happened organically because we already had the idea.
I think Brian Ling, who's our manager and also producer on the movie, I think it came from him. He's very good at just throwing, spitballing stuff at the wall and trying to make weird things work. And this was one of them where we're like, yeah, okay. And then it just like actually happened, which is...
No abandoned malls, though. It seems like those would be in like large supply these days.
They exist, but...
Yeah. They're expensive. No, like, what's somebody doing with an abandoned Nordstrom? Fucking use it for something.
You would have to break in.
Yeah, I was very much down for this idea.
Which would also kind of fit in with
these malls are out there waiting for us. I even had a list.
I love like an abandoned like liminal space that you get lost in and be like, yeah, he was in the band and now he's in the steam tunnel somewhere. He lives there now.
That happens.
He's a mall cryptid. Yeah,
that happens. People have died exploring because there's these tunnels underneath all those abandoned malls and everything. And they lead to nowhere and they get trapped.
And they get like gases get trapped in there. When they open it up, they just like.
Or people just think of like, this is gonna look great on TikTok, and then you're like, he was never seen again. I love the idea of like how you guys managed to capture like the bleakness of late stage capitalism, where like everything is just commodified to be consumed or an aesthetic to be worn. Looking at all of that, like what keeps you relatively hopeful? I know we like took the piss out of everybody from Lockheed to Exxon, but like what keeps you kind of hopeful for the future?
I think we all have a different answer to this question, but in the same ballpark. But for me, it's just knowing that this is what it looks like when neoliberalism takes the mask off.
Yeah.
And as it's taking the mask off, it's just utterly ridiculous, where it's like in this in-between place of like genuine, like, no, we really care about like the world and stuff, but then just like complete just like in your face, we are the Department of War now,
Yeah.
like that type of idea.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because, you know, the way that neoliberalism is able to like succeed for so long, you know, like it really started like 70s, I guess, like when they got rid of the New Deal and all that.
Yeah.
And then just like keep going and going because it's this perpetual lie of like
Infinite growth.
well, yeah. And also just like these two sides that are the same class, like the same interests, but split in two, bouncing off of one of each other. And if you look around, like people are realizing that now more than ever.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Like trying to explain this even just to my parents who are like progressive and like intelligent, but they just can't grasp this idea that it's, you know. And I think the next generations after, you know, we're all millennials, but Gen Z gets it, Gen Alpha or whatever, they get it way more than anybody. Yeah. And I really think socialism is going to happen.
I think it's the famous quote. It's either socialism or barbarism, and that's it.
Because Trump ostensibly ran on socialist talking points. He just didn't call it that. But that, in my mind, Trump is just like America voting for socialism, but like fucking it up.
Maybe you have to fuck it up first.
Where's the Department of Socialism? Am I right?
Hey, look, we're hiring. The staff is available. What like the same question for you guys? Like, I mean, optimism is in short supply, but I feel like despair is kind of a luxury that a lot of people can't really afford, especially as you're looking to the future. What keeps you sort of optimistic, even in the face of, you know, nuclear warheads with Amazon Prime painted on the side of them?
I mean, I think it still feels good to make things like this and to love the people around you. And that's kind of the only thing that feels good now, because it's funny watching this because it seems so exaggerated, all the kind of branding and everything. But then when you open up Twitter, it does kind of feel like that nowadays.
It feels like almost like satire doesn't cover it. You know what I mean? Like it falls short, because even the pop-up ads for Soulnet, you're like, people still pay for fucking pop-up ads on their web browser. Like it's insane. Like it does feel normalized.
I feel like a thing that the record talks about a lot is kind of like that hope is this like personal journey. You know what I mean? And you can kind of find it. It's like an individual journey that you kind of have to find on your own. And like on the record, there's a lot of different kind of versions of that. But for me, it's just kind of like my normal life, family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How about you, Ben?
I mean, my answer was like the same as Colin's. It's just like making stuff. No one can take that from you.
Well, I mean, I think that, but I feel like that's like, you know, you talk about this generational appeal of like, there is two different worlds where people over a certain age live and people under a certain age live. And I feel like there is this draw to like want to create again manually, right? Like death to the thinking machines, like people want to make shit, you know? And I feel like that is the pendulum sort of swinging back. And I feel like that's, I don't know what you guys are trying to accomplish with this record and now this live album and this live film. I'd like to open it up to the audience. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and get your brains going on that one. Jackson, I want to know what, you know, how did this sort of relationship between you guys, I know you guys have worked together in the past, but how did this sort of really kind of coalesce and kind of cement?
I think, honestly, just the first time I met you guys, it was in your studio. And I feel like we kind of just clicked just talking, because I didn't even really know about all these ideas that you had surrounding the album. I just had heard the album a bunch. I never saw it live. So hearing like the kind of backstory of everything from all of your perspectives is kind of, that just like opened up, you know, anything.
It felt insane to like tell you the whole backstory at once in like the first meeting, kind of.
I feel like the back and forth was like, and then there's this, and there's this, and I was just like, fuck yeah, like, I love all of it. So, yeah, it was easy to go from there. But yeah.
And talking about the branding, have you guys gotten any cease and desists, or is anybody, nobody's giving a shit?
No, we just want money, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, if somebody shows up with the check, I'll take the check.
Yeah.
I mean, don't ask me how I'm going to use it. Like, I'm just going to start reprinting anarchist cookbooks and just handing them out for Halloween, but whatever. I mean, I feel like it's a good place to start. I mean, now that the live album's on the way out and, you know, we had the tour, What happens with Soulnet now? Does it lay dormant, or is it all-seeing, all-hearing, and it's simply awaiting?
I don't know. We haven't thought past that. I mean, the website, I feel like will just kind of live on, and I don't know. I feel like it would be fun to incorporate it into the future. The corporation, though, I don't know.
The LLCs are expensive. They're not cheap. It's like to keep that is not fucking. You need that, you know. What do you think about the future of Soulnet?
Well, I like the idea of it. Like, it was kind of inspired by some old internet websites, a bunch of different ones. The one I think of is the Laughing Horses Orifice website. There's a few different ones that just still live on the internet, and you like stumble upon them, and it's like this whole world. And I like the idea of people maybe finding it, being sent the website, not even as like, check out this band, but instead like, check out this weird website.
Sure.
And especially the fibw.org website.
Yeah, no, they function as these bizarre artifacts of a different time.
That website's like my favorite piece of art I've ever contributed to.
The albums have been great, but working in Flash, nothing beats it. I would love to open it up to the audience. If anybody has any questions, we can't see shit, so you have to just speak up if you have a question for the band or Jackson, the filmmaker. How did you say
Right over there to the, yep.
Movies are expensive. Anybody else in the audience have a question for the band or the filmmaker?
What's up, Brian? What was the Madonna movie?
Oh, yeah.
Truth or Dare by Madonna.
Truth or Dare. I think that was the only one. Yeah. It's so good because it's like, it feels so fake and like satire, and she's backstage with like Al Pacino, but it's all real, and it's, man, watch it for sure. Madonna, Truth or Dare.
If you can find that one. I don't know. I think they took that one out of circulation. It's
on
wild to
YouTube or
think about.
something?
The PG version of Truth or Dare, everybody's favorite. Anybody else from the audience have a question for the band? Right up here in the front, where I can see.
How do you spend the $1 million?
What did that guy on the street tell us to do?
Oh God. He told us to buy shares of Spotify because that's how musicians will get paid, is like through the stock market or something. But I stopped listening after a few minutes.
We need to band together for a greater revenue share of
Yes.
Spotify.
Let's be shareholders for the future.
Well, after taxes, it's like $680,000.
It's not that much. It's not as much as you think.
And then we have to pay our lawyer. And then we have to pay a few other people, and then you split it up. That's like 100.
Our manager gets 98% of everything, so.
I mean, the producer credit does carry a lot of weight. You know what I mean? $1 million is not what it used to be. Anybody else? Right here in the front.
Yes, I want to know what's the band's favorite song to play live from the entire catalog.
If anybody.
Probably the Blank Dogs cover, No Compass, that we used to play.
The most Bailey answer possible.
I used to have
song
so
we haven't
much
played.
fun playing that song. Big Joke was fun, stuff like that. But current stuff, well, it's because he said a whole catalog. It got me
Oh,
thinking.
yeah.
I like playing Soulnet a lot.
We had never played Fender on the Freeway before filming this, and that one was really fun because that's our like techie odd time signature song, so I like enjoyed that.
This is a cop-out, but we played Take Your Time into Taker as like a suite, and that's probably the most fun for me.
I also like playing Soulnet, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, right here.
Lucas.
Have any of you bought firearms recently?
How recently?
You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that.
If so, why?
You don't
Long
want to be the
story.
only asshole without a gun, right? No, that's the wrong way
Go.
to
Thank
think.
you.
Thank you.
But what good's it gonna do you without several thousand rounds of ammunition?
Look, you can't move. You're not mobile. You're not bugging out. You're bugging in. You know what I mean?
Leftist needs guns too.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. All right, I think we could do one more. Right here in the back with the hat.
So you guys said you talked to Brad Trammell while you were making Frog.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know what you guys talked on the phone about, because the movie feels a lot like the last report that he did.
Yeah, I really wanted to work with him because I was like kind of scared of some of the ideas we were doing or something like that, and I felt like it needed like some kind of huge narrative arc or something like that. And so then I contacted him, and he like Zoom called me, like sitting at a desk. He looked just like in the reports, sitting at the computer, and he was like, I told him the whole idea, and he was like, "Okay, what do you want me for?" And I kind of realized he was like, what's it called? Open Studio. What's that thing called? Like, he was like critiquing.
Oh yeah.
Or what is it?
He just art critique.
Yeah, he critiqued it, and then was like, "You don't need me," and that was it. But it was really cool.
Thinking about like the fucking doom scroll of it all and the inevitable bubble that we all hope will pop. Are we cooked or are we not cooked? I don't think we're cooked, right?
I think that the internet is cooked.
The internet's fucking cooked.
Especially now with the new photos.
Yeah.
Which is in the last like the like. Yeah.
Are you talking about Sora?
Those
are you talking
photos.
about the videos?
No. There's new AI generated tools for photos, and you can't tell anymore.
Yeah.
At least with pictures, there's no tell.
Yeah.
And like, it already has been confusing to know what's real and what's not on the internet. But now there's like, with photos, it's like there's no telling whether or not you're looking at a real image anymore.
The six fingers or the uncanny valley of it all, they figured it out.
Yeah, it's called Nano Banana, which is so fucking stupid to me that it's called that.
But like, what a perfully dumb, cutesy name
I
to like
know.
hide
They all got
something
names
that's going to
like
be
that.
like, oh, I tricked your grandmother out of her pension. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Guys, I just want to say congratulations again. The film's incredible, and the live album is out on Friday. And fucking DIIV, ladies and gentlemen. Jackson, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Hanneman.